Hi friends, I hope you're doing well today. We are going to write our letter of the week. And this week, our letter of the week is the letter O. So I have my page with my lines on it, and I have my blank page. You can choose to write on whatever you prefer. If you want to use the blank side, or if you want to use the side with lines. Sometimes when we're first starting to learn how to write a letter, it's easier to not worry about the lines. But as we practice and we move forward, it's good to think about if a letter is tall or short, and if it should go below the line or stay in between the top and bottom, or the middle dotted line and the bottom line. So that's why we do these tutorials. This week, our letter of the week is the letter O. The letter O. And O is a pretty easy letter. So we have a capital letter O and a lowercase letter O. So take a look at our lines. We have our top line, which we like to call the skyline. We have our middle line, which is the plane line, where a plane would fly underneath the sun and clouds. And then we have our grass line. So like that would just be on the ground. So our lowest line, and then sometimes some of our letters go below the grass line and down to the worm line is what we like to call that, which is underneath of the grass and underneath of the ground. Worms like to crawl around in the dirt. So for our capital O, it will stay between our skyline and our grass line. Our skyline and our grass line, and O is kind of like the shape of an oval, and it is made with curved lines. So for our capital letter O, we are going to start up on the skyline, and we're going to curve all the way down, kind of make like a rainbow shaped, like a curve all the way to the grass line. We're going to touch the grass line, and we're going to curve all the way back up to the skyline. So it's kind of can be like a circle or an oval shaped for our letter O, but we would need to make sure that it goes all the way from the skyline down to the grass line. For our lowercase o, we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to start on our middle dotted line, our plane line. And I guess I made our capital a little bit large, but we're going to curve around, and we're going to go down to the grass line and curve back around up to the plane line. So our O's look just the same, but one is tall and one is short. So you can use your blank side of your page, or you can use your dry erase whiteboard that you have and make some capital O's, and then make some lowercase o's, just practicing starting at the top and going around, curving all the way around. Capital, lowercase, you can make them very big or very small. And if you're ready, you can use the middle or the dotted line side of the page, and you can practice making the capital O's tall all the way from the skyline down to the grass line, and practice making your lowercase o's short, starting at the plane line and going down to the grass line. So this has been our letter of the week, the letter O. And when you're writing, I love when people practice writing their letter and they say the sound at the same time. So every time you write the letter O, you can say ah, 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 and think about the shape of your mouth when you say the sound ah, ah, and the shape of your mouth will look like the letter O. All right, friends, have an awesome day. Thank you so much. I look forward to seeing your letter O practice on Seesaw.